Help me out here.
We need to start buying shit in America.
You want to buy American shit?
Yep, America, made in America.
It
costs more.
Can I ask you where the hat's made?
Oh, it's probably made in China. I don't know. I bought this 4 years ago.
Where's it made?
I probably think it's made in China. Yeah.
Okay.
When I think of MAGA,
I just wonder too, I mean, how come almost everybody I know of that went to college is a Biden supporter?
Yeah.
And I don't understand how everybody is a Biden supporter if you just went to college. So what are they teaching in this college? Are they teaching anything?
Stuff like inclusivity and respecting other people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, woke.
Yeah, wokeness, yeah.
I think back to this quote.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
And I remember they cling to this.
If we win, this country will become the automobile manufacturing place. We will bring plants back at levels that haven't been seen for 50 years in this country.
And this.
One of the strongest effects of our tax cuts and tariffs is the Trump manufacturing boom, is what they're calling it, because that's what we have. We have never had anything like what's happening now. And when I talk about, again, the $18 trillion that's coming in and building places.
And this.
The president wants to increase manufacturing jobs here in the United States of America.
But iPhones specifically, is that something that he thinks is the kind of technology that can move to the U.S.?
Absolutely.
And yet nothing has changed.
This country's only 200 years old, and already we've had 10 major wars. We average a major war in this country every 20 years, so we're good at it. And it's a good thing we are. We're not very good at anything else anymore. Can't build a decent car, can't make a TV set or a VCR worth the fuck. Got no steel industry left, can't get health care to our old people, can't educate our young people, but we can bomb the shit out of your country, all right?
That was from 1992. The sun, it seems, maybe not setting, but greatly dimming on manufacturing in this country. And the end result?
This is a tremendous honor for me. The only question is who gets the pen. We are finally standing up for our workers and for our companies. In short, this order declares that American projects should be made with American goods. No longer are we going to allow foreign countries to cheat our producers and our workers. Secondly, we are going to enforce the higher American rules that are designed to protect jobs and wages of workers in the United States.
Just pure, unadulterated bullshit.
There's little evidence of a trade war at the Jiahao Flag Company in Anhui Province. Workers bustle and sewing machines hum. A current hot seller, blue and white banners declaring the centerpiece of Trump's re-election campaign.
What I'm making here now is the Trump banner. I know that he's the U.S. president. Every day we must produce over 1,000 of this. We already made so many batches of them.
The banners highlight a paradox in China-U.S. relations under the current Trump administration. At about $1 a piece, even the suppliers to the Trump campaign can't resist the low price. The factory also made banners for his 2016 campaign and said its business has been great since then.
Where the president, whether it's his flags...
You agree to a friendly wager. He says, sure, that's a good sport. Band is willing to wager these fine... Well, first of all, do you support American workers? Yeah! Of course you do, of course you do. Okay. So, do you support American businesses, obviously? Okay, all right, American made, sir, could you both turn backwards? Don't worry, no one's gonna, he just needs to check your tags on your shirt and your hat. Just need to see what they're made. No, the mega shirt, let's see what that's made. Nicaragua! It's made in Nicaragua! So, he is a good sport. He's taking the shirt off. We're taking crime off the street. God bless your fucking heart. That's a good sport. You get one proudly made in America Dropkick Murphy shirt. Sir, you wearing all the dice on your hat. You gotta make America great again. And you got the Elon Musk true Nazi version on. You wanna, what's all the dice? What's all the dice? Let's see where it's made. Come on, man. Yeah. It's got no tag, and you know what that means? It wasn't fucking made in America, I can tell you that.
Very quickly, if you can, become a paid channel member or go to Buy Me a Coffee to support this channel. Thank you.
But we'll call it a draw, okay? And we'll give you the shirt, and hey, I appreciate you being good sports.
Or his merch, all of it comes from abroad. All of it comes from around the globe.
What's going to bring industry back to America, if anything, and that's a big if, but what's going to bring it back is a wage level that makes us competitive with the rest of the world. We're not there yet. The gap between the rest of the world and the United States is shrinking. And it's shrinking because the rest of the world's standard of living, its wage level, if you like, has risen faster than that of the United States for the last half century.
Professor Richard Wolff joined me to discuss Trumpism and the economics of another Trump presidency. While he promises American manufacturing jobs coming back and having a boom and a surge, the corporate overlords, his donors, object.
But the gap was so enormous that it is still significantly cheaper to produce your jeans in China than to produce them in the absurd cost of putting that on a boat 10,000 miles of ocean. The oil has to be purchased. The ship has to be rented. The people working on the docks have to put the stuff on it in China and take it off it here in New York or wherever else it docks. And it's still more profitable because the wages are so much lower in China or Vietnam or Bangladesh or almost anywhere else in Asia, Africa, Latin America. Manufacturing is on a line all the way down. Less and less of it goes on in this country. As you all know, look at the label on the inside of your clothing. It's not made here. Look at the label on the underside of your toaster or your computer. Not made here at all.
As Professor Wolff told me, all presidents give good lip service on the topic, but...
Now, what does that mean? Every president of the last 8 has promised, Republican and Democrat alike, elect me, and if you do, I'll bring manufacturing back. Mr. Trump promised it, but he's not unique. They all did. But here's what's true of all the others, including Mr. Trump's first presidency. They failed. None of them could deliver on the promise. I don't think Mr. Trump will either, and I think he knows it. But the one thing that might do it is if you bring the level of wages down so it's sort of, not exactly, but sort of where it is in Asia. And that would mean a decline in the standard of living of the American working class. And we are living through that. This is not something that might happen. That's already happened. The corporations want to pay less. And if you want to know why, it's because they get more profits. The less they pay you for your 8 hours of work, the more valuable you are as a worker, because they get from you the value you add by your labor. But they have to pay you a certain value, your wage. The bigger the difference between the value you add in and by working and the value they give you, your wage, the bigger the profit for them. And that's what they're in business to do. He wins, you lose. That's the game of capitalism. It's how it works. And if you're in trouble, as we are, if your empire is declining, as ours is, you're in a particularly tough spot. And when empires decline, the people at the top, the rich, the powerful, the corporate executives, they're in the best position to hold on to what they got from the empire.
As for Trump's promises, you know where this is going. Politico did a fact check Manufacturing payrolls actually decline slightly over the past year, they wrote, with 98,000 fewer jobs year over year based on the most recent data from the Labor Department. There are 29,000 fewer auto manufacturing jobs and 18,000 fewer wood manufacturing jobs, both sectors the president has tried to protect with trade barriers.
But there's no contesting the fact that since President Trump took office, the U.S. has lost nearly 100,000 manufacturing jobs. Meanwhile, the job attrition in Wyatt Gorski's part of the plant,
at times it's been over 100, and now we're down to this group of 16 of us who are sending out the last American-made French horns and sousaphones and tubas.
Plus, there's another cost, often ignored when a plant goes under, the loss of internal community.
That's just as big a weight as losing your job financially. I mean, it might sound kind of bizarre to say, but a lot of people are devastated because we have people 40, 50 years have been working together.
It's been a tragedy.
Sadly, I do not see an end in sight. I just don't. I wish I could say that there was a remedy, that there was a counter. But the fact is, as long as we are in the current system that is running this country, there will be no boom in manufacturing. Professor Wolf gave one idea, though it is dark. The capitalists who are running this country lower the wages of the worker in order to do it. But even that would take so much time. From building the machines to building the infrastructure that can house not just these people, but also the equipment. And where is the equipment going to come from? There are so many questions here and so few answers. And yet, the consistency that I see from one side of the aisle is just to eat it all up and continue to be lied to. How do we try and make inroads with these people? I really don't know. Is it that they have to be hurt by legislation and realize that their worries, their sorrows, their heartaches, their pain is not through a trans person in sports, but the top 1%? Maybe. Is a way back, and a better way rather, to fight back against this organizing? I think that has some potential. But overall, these companies are making too much money to have wages on different parts of the globe that are way less than what the American worker demands here. And quite frankly, until we have, once more, systemic change, we're going to continue to see the decline of the American empire.